Altcoin season is upon us. It's the most magical time of year. It's actually the most magical time of any year in cryptocurrency. You see, crypto tends to operate on cycles. And in this particular world we're in, the cycles that bring us beautiful and bountiful altcoin gains are the most generous of any type of cycle here in crypto. Thank you all for joining. As you guys well know, I'm EllioTrades. For those who are new around here, this channel seeks to dig up the most important and most transformative opportunities in cryptocurrency. We've been going for 4 years strong here, making daily content, and now multiple times a day, up to 3 videos a day here, helping you get ahead and identify the absolute most important trends in this industry. You see, most people come in and they act emotionally. And even though this altcoin season, this crypto market is literally designed to reward those with conviction, with vision, with patience, most people lose money. In fact, 99% will lose money. Actually, probably more like 90%, but 99% will at some point lose money. The point is that during alt season, the most generous and volatile and amazing time here in crypto, there are still so many who do not thrive. The point of this video is to give you a playbook, a step-by-step playbook that can be used to absolutely crush it. And I'm going to dumb this way down. I'm going to dumb this way down because there are so many people entering the market that are new and they need a viable and simple strategy. Now, even with the best strategies here in crypto, you can lose 90% of your stack. That is how this market goes. It fluctuates, extreme overpricing, extreme underpricing. And the trick is not to get caught buying the tops and selling the bottoms. Most people buy green and sell red. Buy green, sell red. That's how 99% of people operate here in this space. They buy the green, they sell the red. They come onto CoinGecko. I'm going to show you exactly what they do here. They come onto CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, whichever is the marketplace that you prefer to use. Go ahead and use it. They come onto, here we go. They come onto this marketplace and they do this. This is the way to get crushed in this marketplace, in this industry. They come on and they filter and they go onto the charts and they say, oh, what's pumping today? Oh, I guess I'll just buy into these, right? These must be good. They're up. They must be good. Now, of course, if you're a follower of this channel, we've been giving you the Jedi mind tricks. We've been giving you the strategy to not be a follower, but to get into things early and wait for the rewards, have conviction, and hold till the good times. We've been helping you get into projects during bearish times. That's why, I don't know if you guys noticed this, my video upload output increased about 3x during the bear cycle we just went through. Why? Because that's when all the opportunities are. And I want to pound the table and get that message out there. In fact, I could go through my videos from the last few months and show you how many 10s, 20s, 30s, 50x's, and even some 100x's we were able to call here because we identified the bottom of the cycle. Now, that is the way to become a millionaire in crypto, is to identify the bearish cycles. Well, we're not in a bear cycle right now. We're in an ultra giga mega bull cycle. So many of you will be asking, well, what do we do now that we're in a bull cycle? Well, the good news for you is that this is the most rewarding time of year, but most people will get emotional. So we're going to go through a playbook. If you guys could all smash that like button collectively, all together, let's hop in and see. We have about 2,400 people watching, only 500 likes. Very sad amount of likes. It's very underwhelming. If you guys want to know here, I have a whole team. We've been helping people get into the best opportunities in the entire industry. Nothing like it here on YouTube. What you need to do, what the best thing is, and the most value add we can do is to bring new people into the industry and keep them in. Now, when people come in and they buy the wrong coins, they get the wrong intelligence, they get the wrong alpha, and then they end up getting shaken out. Those are now lost community members. If you understand Metcalfe's law, you understand that the value of this network, our networks, are the value of the amount of members in it. Thank you, everyone, for shouting out the mustache. The mustache appreciates. The mustache abides. Now, what you need to understand is that by bringing people in and keeping them in, not only is it valuable for the projects that they get into, not only is it valuable for them, but it's valuable for everyone. The more people, the more value. It's that simple. So what we can't do is save those people who have already gotten the bad information, but we can help share the information like this video you're watching. And all you have to do to be a part of that, all you have to do to be the engine here is to smash the like button. Smashing the like button is literally the closing the gap between losing people and keeping people. It's really, really that simple. Thank you to everyone who did that. I have a lot to share with you today. It is a really packed episode, and I'm going to be sharing the strategy here, because what most people come in and do is they'll buy one of these coins up, and then when coins are looking like this, they're down maybe 6-7%, like Spell, right? Which has just gone on a 10x run. People might be thinking like this is the worst coin ever. Obviously, we tried to get you in it when it was 1/10 the cost. Doesn't matter though. The point is that most of the people here are still really early for this run because we haven't quite gotten the parabolic. Let me show you this. This is the Bitcoin search trends, and this goes back 5 years. So while we had this astronomical run at the beginning of 2021, we had a massive price surge here. We actually didn't even get a high reading over about 50 on the Bitcoin trends search here on Google Trends. Now, we did have new things emerge like NFTs and DeFi, but Bitcoin is that Coca-Cola branding for the entire crypto industry, that when it truly goes on a massive run, that's what sets up the face-melting altcoin season. Now, if you'll look here, this kind of jagged pattern here, it kind of looks like what was going on here, right? Look back here. Look in here in May through sort of August or September of 2017. That's what it feels like. That's what it looks like. History doesn't repeat itself, but hot dang, does it rhyme? So the point here is that we haven't even come close to these parabolic reads. And when we start getting these reads, by the way, the top read here, the 100 read on Google Trends, exactly to the minute, to the hour, to the day, matches up with the intergalactic Bitcoin top of 2017, right? If everyone could have sold right here on 2017, December 17th, they would have been happy campers having sold the Bitcoin top. So if you guys like these very simple tools that I'm giving you that help you understand and analyze, because analyzing and understanding the top is going to be as useful as analyzing and understanding the bottom. Today, we're going to show you the simple, stupid ways to make money in the altcoin season, because this trick has not failed for the last 4 years. Now, of course, like I said, you could lose all your money, you could lose 90% of your stack, but this particular approach for a lot of the people coming in will be the easiest thing to follow. It'll be the easiest way to multiply your stacks. And it will, of course, if you apply this with what I'm going to tell you at the end of the video, the final wrap up, I believe, my opinion is that you will be in a better place. I don't know what you're going to do. I can't control what you're going to do. Most people do dumb stuff and then they want to blame me for it. I'm not going to have sympathy if you do something dumb and then want to blame me. That's just not how it is. I'm also not going to have sympathy if you came in here 10 seconds ago and you want to be rich tomorrow. No, the people who deserve to get rich are the ones who put in the work and have a long-term view of success. Low time preference. With that said, let's dive into the daily updates. And then as soon as we get past that, I'm going to show you the coins and the easy mental model here for crushing altcoin season. And then, of course, being ready for the path to truly break free here. So first of all, shout out to my writer who's doing a lot of these daily updates, Oliver. Everybody smash like for Oliver. Yesterday, we witnessed how fast the markets can move. Minutes after publishing the newsletter, Bitcoin crashed. Of course, we did call attention to Will Clemente, essentially this tweet. We called attention to this because this is a really bad sort of set of factors. When you have price grinding down and funding is rising. That means that the market's getting more leveraged in this case led to a massive flush. Now, what people want to say when the market flushes like this is, oh no, you guys were wrong. Number didn't go up. Of course, number didn't go up. Number never goes up in a straight line. Number goes up over time, over a significant block of time, right? So when you understand that leverage is the thing that is both going to rocket things up as well as rocket things down. And as soon as we get greed in the market, like we have here, check this out. We are back to a greed reading here of 75. Remember when we were in extreme fear? Remember how few days that was. Watch. When we are in extreme fear, let me go ahead and bring this up. You can see how quickly the fear and greed index corrects. Here, let me show you this. So here we are in the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index, right? We got down to a 19 read here in July. We were bouncing between a 19 and a 22. When we're down here at the, essentially through end of May, June, right? It was so obvious that the market was in a bottoming formation due to the emotional sentiment. Then we had another one down here when we came down to the 20s or so. You can see how short-lived these are, right? And if we look at the max, time frame, we can see that it rarely comes down to these readings from more, especially if you get a super fearful reading here of like an 11, anything down here, you have very short periods of time that they're actually down there. And that's because the market tends to read that and bounce, right? So emotional sentiment is big. Now, it's also worth noting that the market can stay in extreme greed mode for quite some time. As you can see here, at the end of 2020, we had extreme greed for quite some time. At the end of, where is this? It's not giving me back to 2017, unfortunately. But if you could see back to 2017, you'd have seen 100 reads here across the board, because the greed that comes in during the alt season is tremendous. And that also means that there's a huge amount of risk, right? So as we start getting more greedy, it means that the opportunity to crush people's dreams a bit is there, and the whales will do it because people are getting greedy and leveraging long. Now, does that mean anything for the macro bull run? No, that just means that there's going to be momentary flushes, and it's going to continue happening. And that's why the biggest thing you can have is conviction and patience, because if you're paying attention to daily price fluctuations, you'll get chewed up and spit out. What's going on? 4,200 of you in the house. About half of you are non-likers. I still like you, but I would appreciate if you showed this video. There's really important information we're about to go through here that I think for many people's mental models will help them completely crush altcoin season, get the good, not the bad here. So what we're seeing here is that we're seeing a reversion, a little bit of a reversion here on Bitcoin dominance. Now, I said that Bitcoin dominance is eventually going to collapse. It will collapse, and that's going to trigger the ultimate altcoin season. But it does feel as though the Bitcoin boat wants to go further. So I would look to see this push up at least a few times. Maybe it won't hit that 55 read, but I would see it push back up towards 50 as it builds strength. And as we eventually get the makings, the precursor to this alt season, we need Bitcoin to go on its run and to start actually hopefully stealing the show a bit from alts. As you can see here, people have super high conviction in alts, because even as Bitcoin's been moving, we have coins in the top 100 doing 72%, 40%, 35%, 33%. There are coins really moving during Bitcoin's move. So it's not just Bitcoin season here. And that's why I never, ever like when people say to abandon their alts for Bitcoin. In fact, I have a tweet about this. Right here. People saying to abandon alts for Bitcoin must be new around here, because this is just like this old fantasy that Bitcoin takes over. When Bitcoin takes over, there's no other coin. No, it's just not that. It's not the way the market works anymore, right? Altcoins will always outperform Bitcoin on a, what was that? Altcoins will always outperform Bitcoin during a bull run, and they will always underperform Bitcoin during a bear market for the most part, as a general rule. But this is a big piece of information. And this is the piece of information that's leading in to the strategy session here. And the strategy session here is of tremendous importance. Okay? The market can easily give 5 to 10x returns on altcoins from here. But please, and I'm dead serious on this, and I've been saying this in so many ways, but I want to keep saying it and showing other people saying it so that you can understand and internalize it. Because if you tell someone something once, it's like it doesn't happen. If you smash the table about it, they might remember it. But until they actually get in the habit of doing it themselves, they will not become accustomed to this way of life. So take your profits if you're going to get profits, and I think you will, and I believe you will if you go down this particular road I'm about to outline for you, and understand that there will be a bear market. Like, this is the biggest thing, is we're getting towards that period where it's been so long of up only, and there's been, the run pretty much since March of 2020. There's been fluctuations down where people thought it was over, but then it picks back up. And you could argue that it's just been one big cycle, and it has. So we've been in this bull run for almost 2 years. You have to understand at a certain level, it will end at some point. At some point it will. And your whole goal right now is preparing for that moment, is getting ready for it. Because the people that take advantage of this, and 99% won't, 99% don't have conviction. They don't believe in this. They haven't done their research. They haven't done this. since I've come into crypto, all I've seen was blockchain technology, cryptocurrency, and of course, as soon as it clicked in my head in 2018, gaming. Those are things that I literally could not unsee. I could not remove my conviction for. It's 100% conviction, right? Most people don't have that. That's why I stuck through the bear market. That's why I was here the moment the market turned back on, and all of my plays and all of my conviction allowed me to completely break the shackles of any traditional economic models. And that's why I can dedicate myself 100% to this, which is really the point that you should be trying to get to, is where you can break free and focus on this 100%, because the people who are here 100% focused are crushing it. Zero doubts. Okay. 5 to 10x returns is kind of the reality for most of these coins, right? And we're going to go through this because there's a lot of top 100 coins. There's a lot of coins. But the biggest thing to understand is when this goes crazy, when you start seeing the 100 reads on the Bitcoin trends chart here. Wow, thank you so much. Dmitry Novikov says, you made me a millionaire, the best guy in crypto. Thank you for being honest. Wish you billions in your projects. Thank you so much, Dimitri. That is super heartwarming. I appreciate you coming on and saying that. Thank you for the generous tip. I don't always see these chats because I'm so deep into the rants here. But this is what it's all about. You know, this to me is worth more than any of the gains that I get personally, because I truly get satisfaction out of seeing my audience win. And I know that I can accomplish all of my own life goals if I can make sure that my audience is able to accomplish theirs. And together, what we're building together is something very special, right? We really are creating this body of people, this body of collaborators, right? And now Dimitri has become a millionaire now, and he's a very valuable collaborator in this group, right? And so thank you, Dimitri. Thank you to everybody. This is real stuff. This is really happening to people, right? These are not just titles and thumbnails. This is what happens if you dedicate yourself. I'm sure if I brought Dimitri up to talk, he would explain that it was hard. He would explain that he messed up a lot. He would explain that only by sticking with it, playing the long game, did he get there. And, you know, luck is timing meeting opportunity, right? So it's not luck if you're consistently positioning yourself well. Anyway, so when you look at this category of coins, most people will come in, all of the noobs will come in once these readings start clocking crazy levels. All the noobs will come in and they'll look at Coinbase. They'll look at crypto.com. They'll look at FTX, most likely now because of all the branding here. And take a little sip from my spooky Hocus Pocus mug. And what they're going to do is they're going to look for the obvious choices. And they're going to look probably at top 10, top 20 maximum. So where should the most amount of money flow into? And this is not to say that these will be the highest percent returns. They won't. There will be low caps that absolutely crush this. There will be NFTs that crush this. However, what everybody's going to do is they're going to come in, and you should click on this categories. We go into coins and categories here, and you'll see on CoinGecko categories, and you want to look for smart contracts platforms. And when you click into that, this is the traditional layer one narrative, the ETH killer narrative. Ethereum's slow and expensive. Users come in and they don't understand, why are we using something clunky and old? They don't understand the network effects that are going on in Ethereum, and they think cheaper, better, faster will win, right? This is dial-up. Give me DSL. This is DSL. Give me fiber, right? They're going to say, just make it faster, make it cheaper. And so where are they going to go? They're going to see a Charles Hoskinson video. They're going to look at ADA. They're going to look at Solana. They're going to look at AVAX. They're going to look at not really Link, even though they will look at Link, but not for that reason. They're going to look at Algo. They're going to look at Matic. They're going to look at where else? Phantom. They're going to look at Near, right? So looking at smart contracts platforms as we come into this late stage bull run is probably the easiest way that you're going to have reliable 2, 5, 10x, right? And looking at ADA, a 10x here would make it a $690 billion project. I don't know if that's going to happen, right? I don't know if that's going to happen. That seems pretty big, right? Maybe a 5x, right? Maybe a something else, right? Still astronomical. The point is, I could see Solana, which has got this just incredible network effect of developers, getting to $1,000. I could see AVAX getting, honestly, AVAX I could see doing some pretty good multiples, but anything over $500 would be beautiful, chef's kiss, right? So the point is, once we start getting to these pretty unstable levels, and if we start hitting new highs here on Google Trends for altcoins, for DeFi, for Bitcoin, all of these things, Ethereum, you're going to want to start saying, Seems like there's a lot of noob money in the market here. There's a lot of newbies in the market. So the easy play here for people to crush it is to diversify across these top ecosystem. I've starred the ones that I think are the ones that I like to take bets on personally. You do whatever you want to do. Phantom, obviously, and AVAX and Matic are ones that I've been banging the table about for a long time. Solana, obviously, we've done a lot of Solana videos as well. I think we first covered Solana at about $1 to $3, something like that. The point is, if people just sit on their hands in the top smart contracts chains, those are like magnets for the noobs. They're also magnets for users because they're easier and cheaper to use. Now, I can make arguments as to whether Ethereum versus alt chains. The truth is there's going to be a lot of chains of value. It's not just Ethereum. I think Ethereum is still going to hold its place in the industry for a lot of reasons. It's not the point of this video. The point of this video is that if you diversify, I believe, full disclosure, I hold a lot of these coins, very high risk in all these coins, high risk in all of crypto. Altcoins can go down 80, 90%. If you're watching this stuff for the first time, you need to know this, right? If you're betting money you can't afford to lose, you're going to make bad decisions when the market goes down. Inevitably, guaranteed it's going to go down, 100% guaranteed. And you're not going to be able to hold those coins with your wife yelling at you, your husband, maybe, whatever it might be. You're not going to have the conviction to hold if you are overexposed. So looking at ADA, Sol, AVAX, Algo, Matic, let me go ahead and unstar Tron so you guys don't get confused here. Remove coin. And we have Near here, and eGold even. eGold has done a really good job continuing to drive their stuff forward. This is very, very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. And this is probably the easiest set it and forget it strategy. No, you're not going to get 100x here. No, you won't. You will not. You could get 5x, you could get 10x, maybe a 20x out of something like an AVAX or like a Near or an eGold maybe. But that's what I would say that you should be looking at. And if you make a 10x on one of these and we're starting to have ridiculous reads on the Google Trends, it's a good indication that we could be fitting a top formation. And what your goal is from that point on, because this is the most important thing. The most important thing is to understand where we're going to get. Why is ADA not clickable? Why can't I click on ADA? Cardano. There we go. Okay. The biggest goal that you have is to identify this moment. And you won't do it perfectly. You won't do it perfectly. But what you want to know is that there will be, I believe, until proven otherwise, we will see one of these big old icebergs in our future for most of these coins, right? We're going to see, and you can see here, Cardano went from, what was this in, December, November, it was around a couple of cents, and then it went to $1, right? That 100x kind of growth. I remember I was holding it. I was freaking out, but guess what I did? I added a bunch to my position at $1. Yep, I did it. Anyway, the point is, you're going to see this happen. Don't do what I did. I promise. You think it gives me pleasure to talk about these mistakes? It was one of the worst things I ever did because I bought in at 2 to 3 cents, before it went on this run. It was at $1.20. I should have sold, but I thought, hey, look, I'm going to be filthy rich, right? Anyway, the point is there's going to be one of these, and then you're going to see most of these altcoins go into a nuclear winter, whether it's months, whether it's years. The path down from $1.20 here at its peak down to, what was this, 2 cents or so? That's like a 98% drop, right? 98%. So what you want to do is you want to look into these categories, into the smart contracts category. You want to take your 5 to 10x gains, maybe 20x on some. You want to build a real portfolio here. You want to do the things that you actually got to do, which is pay your taxes. I know nobody wants to hear about that, but you got to sell, take your taxes out, and then think, I'm going to reinvest this money at the nuclear intergalactic bottom of the next bear market. I'm going to wait for things to get so horrifically sad and lonely and desolate, which, by the way, I think we're getting to a point where if we start bulling again too hard, people will forget about the bear market. People will absolutely forget about it. And that's when it comes. That's when it comes. Just like when people forgot about the bull market, that's when we got one, right? Think about someone who's been holding Cardano at this point for 3 years or 2.5 years in March of 2020, right? And it's only just been down only for 2.5 years, and they've lost so much. You think they believe in the bull market? Maybe. It's pretty hard. So that's when it comes, right? That's when the bull market arrives. And from then on, from that moment on, boom, it's up only, right? And then it's rewards on rewards on rewards. And then you get the next peak. But remember, if you are just buying in here at the top, your gains from the top of 120 till now, what is that, like a 2x? Not even in 4 years? It's not what we're here for. That's not going to change anyone's life. So the goal here is to try to take as many profits in the iceberg range at the peak here as you can, right? Take as many profits as you can and get ready to be buying in all throughout this meaty little bottom period. Because even if you got in here at like 5 cents, at 8 cents, right, on these runs up here in the middle of 2019, at 7 cents, at 4 cents, you're still crushing it here at over $2, right? Still crushing it. So if you were able to take your 1K, get a 5 to 10x, call it 7K, and then invest here at 4 cents, now you're up 50x. So you've got 7K times 50, right? Now you got 350K in the game, right? So now you really have a nest egg. Now you have a portfolio, but you have to think cyclically, right? And I'm just literally saying 1K to 7K. Imagine if you started with 10K to 70K, then you're at 3.5 mil, right? So you understand, you could, if you have a time frame, a frame of reference that involves more than the month ahead, and you actually understand that in this late stage bull run, until proven otherwise, 5 to 10x on altcoins is pretty, it should be considered extremely, extremely solid for the top altcoins. For new projects, new and upcoming stuff, a new meme coin that goes crazy and viral, of course, there's going to be storybook 100x, 1000x gains. Those are going to happen. For new NFT mints that become extremely popular, those are going to happen as well. I hope this has really been helpful for you guys. If it has, please smash that like button. I'm going to hop into some comments now and listen to what you guys have to say. Oops, sorry. I did not mean to show that. Worst advice ever, buy major alts. It's literally what I just said. Gosh, people, I'm sorry. Sometimes I love you all, but some of you out there are brain dead. What do I think about Joe? I'm holding a big bag of Joe. I like my Joes. Not financial advice. Joe's in a risky category, but it's like that. So then we'll talk about this later. Beyond these smart contracts platforms, right? Beyond these layer ones, which we call them as is another term, layer one chains, they have their major ecosystem projects, which, for example, for Avalanche, which is the number 12 overall coin, its major sort of native DEX is called Joe. And that's why I bought it, because it's a great product. I've used it. I like the tokenomics, like the community behind it. And I believe that a project like Joe should do well with the bull run. And as soon as Avalanche starts going crazy, well, Joe is denominated in AVAX mostly. And we started buying this at about $1.60. I think it peaked out about $4. And I started actually gobbling the dip when it came down again. So yeah, I think this one's going to crush it when the market, like once Avalanche hits its wave, Joe will hit a wave too, I believe. And I think it'll be, higher risk, higher return. It's usually how they go. Yeah, mainly what you guys need to know, I'm reading these comments, is that taking profits is a muscle. You have to like flex the muscle, right? Flex the muscle. By the way, very, very stoked. I'll just show off. I finally got my Bored Ape merch. Shout out to Bored Ape Yacht Club. I'm diamond handing my apes. Let's see what happens. Is there still a reason to hold vaults for non-citizens? Oh, lean by the water. Oh, do you think that there would ever be an asset in the ecosystem that is gamified as Neo Tokyo without purpose? Oof, oof, oof. Anyway, you will find out the answer to that. Yeah, there's definitely, I don't want to go into a rant about Neo Tokyo, but I see a lot of people giving up on the game. And hey, look, the people who don't give up will be in a great position. More people are giving up. This is just like when people capitulate. The next big thing, when people capitulated Solana at $1. Yeah, people were selling that at $1. What about Euler and BMI? So Euler, I still think is phenomenal tech. I need to check back in on them. I still hold most of my Euler. BMI, still hold most of my BMI. I need to check back in on them. Again, insurance is needed for DeFi. So we'll see. There's a lot more insurance players now. But BMI, like I said, I'm a big holder, still hold a lot of it. And same with Euler. I'm not saying I need to check back in on them to give you guys an update, right? But just so you guys know, like this is the simple, stupid noob approach, right? Not that you have to be stupid to do it, but a lot of people will get caught up in emotions. So just holding some of these top coins for 5 to 10x, and then anything over that is just super icing on the cake, making sure you take nice profits or at least take out your initials. Those are very, very interesting strategies that make things really, really easy. Now, as you well know, once we get to nuclear winter mode, once we get down to, I don't think Avalanche had a 2018 chart, but once we get down to nuclear winter mode, we can see on BNB, there was a nuclear winter for BNB as well, as with all these coins, even though it did actually, BNB kind of stole the show in 2019, so it wasn't as bad as other coins. But we can see that it had this massive $24 down to, it bottomed here at $4, right? Pretty big discount here. Yeah, I actually did really well during the bear market compared to most coins. And then it had this massive run in 2019. But anyway, the point is BNB it still offered a huge discount. Sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. Not on the board ape sweater. Oh no. Anyway, so what I mean to say here is that compared to these big cap coins, there's going to be the biggest opportunity. I think my big thing, and I have a video coming out on this, is on gaming coins. There's no doubt in my mind that gaming projects over the next 10 years in crypto and blockchain will eat the internet. It is 0 doubt, 0% doubt. And so I am just, every day I get excited about that. I plan towards it. All of the building, all of the projects that I've worked on, everything is leading to this. Everything is leading to this. And so this to me is a strategy that if I was less obsessed and less deeply engaged, I mean, 18 of my living hours each day are engaged with this. NFTs, altcoins, technology, building, elegant solutions to problems, onboarding. There's so many things that I'm focused on a daily basis. Obviously, I'm going to have an easier time finding the next opportunity. I also have people bringing me opportunities, things that you guys don't have. So if I was early to this, or if I was new to this and I was coming in here in Q4 2021, there's an easy way to look through this. And it's to look at the top smart contracts platforms, which is literally a category on CoinGecko. Look for 5 to 10x gains, take your profits and get ready for a bear market at some point. Patience, conviction, playing the long game. All right, I'm going to hop into a few more comments here. Yeah, Mutant Cats has done crazy. I don't actually have any. What are my thoughts about Akash? I'm still a validator on Akash and staking. It's a really, really high quality project. It just doesn't pump super hard, but I have faith. Like I'm playing the long game with some of these, that the tech and the team are just super, super exciting. 6,700 people in the house. Oh my, oh my. These are huge numbers, guys. Please, if you could all do me a favor, the new people, smash that like button. Make me very, very, very happy. I appreciate it. And, the point is that this video is filled with important information that's actionable for new people entering the market. And one of the main things is that these new people will get sucked into bad information. So by smashing that like button, you actually attract people to this content, and they can be empowered with what I believe is important information to help them not get screwed, to help them not lose their opportunity and kind of come in, get crushed and leave the market, leave the ecosystem. And then they only come back 4 years later when it's already overblown and overhyped again. We want to bring people in and keep them in, bring them in and keep them in. That's the game. That is the game. What do I think about Harmony One? It's not my favorite, but hey, look, if you were going to spray and pray on the top smart contracts chains, that would be one, right? All right, the chat is really rolling. You like for Citizen Elliot to clear up if he's investing in the possible P-Dot parachains alts now, or if he's waiting for the bear market dip. That's quite an interesting question. I actually like that question a lot. Let me see if I can bring it up on stage here. I actually don't know if I can find it. Anyway, the point is that Polkadot is going to have potentially one of the most important moments here. Let's just go to DOT. You can see Polkadot. What Polkadot does, and for those who don't know, is it operates on a parachain system, meaning it has many blockchains in its ecosystem. But unlike other projects where anyone can just create a new chain or a new token, for example, on top of Ethereum, they have a method where essentially you have to earn and win these slots, and they're limited. They're limited edition for now. So Polkadot will only have a certain amount of chains at first. And those early mover chains are going to get these massive, massive pumps, right? Because there's only so many of them. Now, of course, some of them will be super hyped. So that first 48 to 72 hours is usually really dangerous for a project because they have these massive FOMO sort of blow off tops before the market kind of normalizes. And so I'd say that there's two ways to look at it. You either wait for the market to settle down a little bit on the new launches and then sort of eat away at it. And then you kind of try to go for that 5, 10, maybe 20x from there. Or you wait. You wait until a true market crash. Either way is good, but if you're trying to get more than a 5x or a 10x from these big Polkadot chains, it'll probably be really hard because there's so much FOMO. Those early buys are going to get bought up. So you'd probably want to wait if you're going to go in and really diamond hand and try to get those storybook gains out of them and really just go all into something. You'd want to wait until a market crash, right? You want to be counter-cyclical. The same advice applies. That said, I think the early sort of the show stealers on Polkadot, I believe, are either going to be now I am biased because I have been able to invest in the pre-sale in Moonbeam. But the reason why I was excited to do that is because I think that they're going to be a good one. Obviously, Moonbeam is the project that created Moon River, which is currently the most important Polkadot chain on Kusama. But once those Polkadot chains come out, I think Moonbeam has a shot at it. I think Akala has a shot at it. I think that Fala Network has a shot at it. I think that there's several projects that I would say make a lot of sense and that they'll probably do pretty well in this alt season. But if you really want to go all in and you want to have some big change, I would say, look, get your reliable X's off major alts, to create a big enough portfolio that you can really go hard in the bear market and hold those and know that if those go 20, 50, 100x, that you could be just truly set up, right? That's the goal. You want high conviction, long-term plays based on a lot of research. I'll help you with the research, but I can't help you with the conviction and the long-term time frame. You have to do that yourself. Anyway, coming up here on 40 minutes, I want to make sure I get to some more questions. XRP thoughts. Could be good. Could be the contrarian bet of the century, according to BitBoy, but it's already such a big market cap. There's a lot of other ones that I am a little more focused on. All right, trying to find a good question to answer here. God, the chat's rolling so fast, it's hard to keep up. Theta's good. Where is this? Yeah, Phantom, as you guys know, is one of my top picks. Luna, of course I hold Luna. News on Super, we just dropped, or the foundation just released some really good updates yesterday. Go check out my live stream from yesterday. Go check out the Twitter for Superfarm DAO. Massive update yesterday. The first update of Q4, feeling super good. And that's just a bonus on top of the Sandbox. Big partnership with Sandbox. There is the first fully featured NFT launchpad on Immutable X, created by Superfarm with some awesome drop partners coming to you very soon. So you can see a full video walkthrough of the user experience there. Very happy with the way that team's moving, and there will be much more news coming. Yo, where do I see DOT price? Yeah, I would say $100 DOT. I'd be surprised if we don't hit that. Yeah, this is sort of the vibe here. 6,827 of you guys in the house. Please smash that like button. It really helps get this content out. Really helps. Where was this super chat though? Somebody got into Alliance Block at 6 cents because of me. You're welcome for that. Amazing video. Thank you guys for the compliments. Let me see if I can find this super chat. Yeah, so this is an interesting chat. I don't know if I can, it's not letting me bring it up very easily. But somebody says, Jonathan K says, if big players, big layer ones can do 5 to 10x, what can the ecosystem tokens do underneath? 10 to 20x? Yeah, I'd say the big sort of blue chip ecosystem tokens at 10 to 20x is super, that would make sense, right? And that's kind of what I'm holding the Joe token for is, I got in at about $1.50, something around there. So seeing it get to, $30 over the course of this massive blow off top, I think it could do that. I think it could do that for sure. Thoughts on Decentr? Love the product. I'm still holding, never sold a single Decentr. I covered it at the worst possible time last run, but I'm very, very excited that they've been pushing and just crushing their roadmaps. So we'll see what happens next. All right, guys, seeing a lot of the same comments. We also love Superfarm. Thank you. Big love to you. Big love to all you guys supporting. And I just want people to know that everyone who supported a project, whether it's this channel, just being a liker, a viewer, whether it's the Superfarm project, whether it's Neo Tokyo, whether it's the EllioTrades NFTs, anything that I have sort of fathered here in crypto land, it is my singular focus, my singular lifetime focus to focus on delivering as much as I can and putting my whole life energy into giving everything I have back to those holders and trying with every single skill set, with every single piece of leverage I have in this universe to deliver what I think as the most important toolkit to those users. And those tools I see as more important right now than ever before. We live in a pretty dystopian world. Look at this. There's this new coin. I didn't even get through all this. There's this new coin here. By the way, Walmart is letting all of its shoppers buy Bitcoin, slowly putting Bitcoin ATMs in all of its stores. Really, really interesting stuff. We also have FTX here just crushing it with NBA sponsorships. And then where is this? Oh, WorldCoin. WorldCoin is this new coin created by this AI company that wants to scan your retina in exchange for free tokens. Anyway, there's some pretty dystopian stuff going on here. And I believe that what we really need to do, instead of, telling everybody what they need to do, what we need to do is empower people with the tools to create value for themselves. That has been my entire focus in all the things I've been doing, especially it's crystallized here in 2021, that I want to give my audience the means of production. I want to give them everything they need to be self-sufficient, to be wealthy, and to create the change that they want to see in this ecosystem. And it starts with, first of all, knowledge, hopefully helping you guys get ahead, stay ahead of the market. Subscribe with that bell notification on if you want to make it like a lot of the people who are commenting have made it just by watching this content. The second part is that once you have the tools and the knowledge and you're experienced, I want to give the tool sets to this community to truly disrupt that legacy system. And by being part of the networks that disrupt that legacy system, whether it's through culture, education, and media, gaming, right? These are the things that are going to completely shake the fabric of the legacy system. We saw Facebook is becoming a metaverse project. I know why. I can tell you why. I've been telling you why, but it's just amazing now to see the big dogs are starting to realize what we've been talking about here on this channel for 4 years. The opportunity is still very much here. There's less than 1% of people have ever heard of this stuff. To say you're early is ridiculous. You're prehistoric. Anyway, I think that this is one of the best opportunities. I really want to help people get ahead and stay ahead just by liking, just by watching. You guys are a part of this, and I will continue to fulfill my promise of bringing you the best information, the most timely information in the space. And I hope I can deliver some of you guys into the freedom required to focus on this industry full time, because that is the way to truly crush life, I believe, over the next 5 to 10 years. As everything gets real crazy, the one thing I believe is that crypto prices will continue to go up. And the people who own a piece of these networks will be the new elite, the new privileged, the new people who control their own wealth, their own health, their own destiny. And I believe that's important for people to do that, for people to be at peace, for people to live good lives. So if you guys are with me, smash that like button. Make sure to subscribe. As always, my name's EllioTrades. I thank you guys so much for watching. You can follow me on Twitter at EllioTrades. The link is in the description. And I will see you very soon on the next episode.